Bam! We're back. Hello, everyone. Lamar Molina. As you can see in the overlay here, there, and all that fun stuff, right? Look around. You can follow us on the following outlets: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff. Please participate. That's the point. I already got the money. Trying to help you. Okay. First deal, whatever you're trying to do, let's hope you figure it out. But today's quick session, and I'm trying to keep these short, is about staying focused, folks. My God. There's so many things and distractions that take you away from what your goal is. I totally get. Hold on, my fan just turned on. Hold on, folks. You're getting shut off. And you're on. What if I can do this with dark lights? Sure. Let's see what we got here. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, we need the extra light. We do need the light. Had to test it out. Okay, sorry about that. So here we are. It's about focus, distractions. It's the devil's job to keep you distracted, man. So you won't get to where you're going, so you won't have happiness. And they'll tell them what comes after that, right? But the reason why I'm trying to get you guys to focus is if I had some events happen in the last week that could have derailed my focus, right? But I didn't let it. Well, I did some, but for the most part, as I was analyzing my behavior when things didn't go as expected, I realized I'm no different than everybody else. If I'm disappointed with something, if I don't like the way something has happened, I could easily shut down, be upset. There's so many emotions I could get into, but you want to control your emotions. If you don't control your emotions, they will control you. One of my mentors said, "Oh, you're one of those people that just opens up your email and does whatever you're told, right? You go in the email inbox, you don't have any plans, I'm just going to respond to emails." That's not the way things work, right? And unless you enjoy exchanging hours for dollars, you're going to have to be responsible for yourself. Now, yes, this has a lot to do with real estate, because what I'm finding is the people that I deal with don't have any mental fortitude at all. Not all of them, but some of the we'll talk about just the failures, the people that don't succeed, right? When I ask them, well, what's the problem with your business? Oh, well, I don't have this, and I don't have that. I don't have leads. I don't have money for skip tracing. I don't have a dialer. I don't have anybody to train me. How many classes have you taken? Or how many gurus have you been with? Oh, this is my 5th time. Oh, this is the 5th person that you've gone to receive help from? Interesting. Okay. Then I'll ask. I'll say, hey, what have you done? What have you attempted to do? Well, I called, for a whole day and I didn't get anything. I probably called like 150 people and nobody answered, or nobody signed up and took a contract immediately. And I'm like, excuse me? You dialed 150 people and you thought something was going to happen that was going to change your life in like an hour? And I hate to say it, but these mental slaves absolutely believe they should have success instantly. I don't know why, but they do. It's not how it works, folks. What we do here to make you successful is very simple. We get you on the phones immediately. On the phones. And before I go any further, please like, subscribe, all that stuff you're supposed to do to help the person who's giving you their time. If you do what the blank I say, you will be successful. If you don't, we'll just move forward. So here's a story of a student. We're going to call this guy Larry. Larry's a good guy. All right, Larry's a good guy. But Larry's just not that smart. Larry is a manual laborer, and he doesn't want to change. He just wants money to pop up in his account. He doesn't want to do any of the work. He may want to watch more YouTube videos. He'll want to do that. But he doesn't want to instantly start working on his career, which I don't understand. It's hard for me to take you seriously when you say, I want to do this and I want to do that. And I say, okay, well, just go over here, get on these phones. I'm going to pay for everything. And then you don't perform. Right? Now, I did that long enough to know people that are willing to come in for free and just try to take your time more than likely won't succeed the second they have an emotional issue. And an emotional issue is anything that doesn't go the way you expect. I had a student who had a closing, or had a lead, and it was a very good lead, but we didn't close for faults that were beyond their control, right? There's nothing they could do about it. I tried to explain to them what's going on because I know what happens when you lose a deal. You can lose motivation. I totally get it. But I have to ask you guys something, right? How many deals do you think I lost? How many deals do you think didn't close when I wanted them to close? And what do you think it taught me when it didn't go the way I anticipated it? It taught me mental fortitude. It taught me how to deal with things when things don't go the way they were planned. That's important. Because on this journey, if you're not mentally there, you're not going to make it to the finish line. It's just not going to happen. Right? And I get everybody, they're busy and they have this going on and that going on. But for myself, if I have something I'm going to do and I need to drill in and focus on the task at hand, I know that when the person's given me their time to train me, to teach me, or just to engage with me, that's vital for my success. Excuse me. It's vital. I dig in, I shut up, and I keep my opinions to myself. Now, I do have an advantage. I've run multiple businesses. I've run multiple phone telemarketing rooms. Some that I've owned and others for others. Others that other people owned, I should say. And I'll tell you, when you've had to work with over 2,500 people and you have to manage their lives, help them make decisions that you shouldn't have to help them with, it changes things. It changes you. It changed me. I realize how dumb people really are. They are very stupid. We are not the Lord's greatest creation by a stretch. Okay? But there's a small amount of you, a small select few who can take information, regardless of how it sounds, absorb the information, and expand their mental capacity. Not all of you can do that. Some of you are meant to work, $8 an hour job. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not taking a shot at those people. I'm just telling you that's what you're meant. That's what you're here to do. If I was to give you 2 contracts, the phone number of the title company, and the cash to close, you'd probably still screw it up, even with the instructions. So I don't want to be too negative on you guys, but the majority of you are too stupid to do anything properly. And you have to have your hand held. That's just the majority. How do I know this? How do you know I'm just not being negative? I'm not negative. I'm telling you what the data says after I have been the person that had to hire and fire lots of people for major corporations. Okay? And I can tell you right now that if you suck at what you're doing in the regular world, especially if you have a 9-to-5 job or you're in a corporate environment, nobody's allowed to tell you that you suck. Nobody's allowed to just say, hey, man, you're fucking about to get canned because you suck so hard. Now, what I found out is when I started doing that to people, I just started telling them, hey, you're about to get fired right now. And I'm the person that's got to call the shot. You have 2 hours to convince me otherwise. They would get the fuck up and hustle. Right? What do I mean by that? People will come into work, right? And remember, I'm the boss. I work for a company. I'm the boss. And we have lots of people. It's a telemarketing room, okay? And everybody knows, don't even call if you're going to be late. Don't even call in. Don't tell me you're 5-10 minutes late. I don't even want to hear it. But they do because they're supposed to, right? So they call in, be 10-15 minutes late. Okay, fine, whatever. And then they get here. Or they get to the job and they're late. And we have this sit down. I would tell them, look, oh, you got kids? Oh, they come with their excuse. Oh, I have kids. I have to do this. I have to do that. It's like, oh, yeah, I totally understand. I have 2 kids of my own, which I didn't. I would just to empathize with them, right? And then I would say, hey, out of curiosity, when you get fired tomorrow, you're going to have all the time you need to take your kids to daycare. So I just wanted to give you a heads up because we don't plan on keeping you around. Today was kind of like the last straw for us, but we need you for the end of this shift. And their jaw would hit the floor. They'd be like, what did he just say? So yeah, we have no intentions on keeping you after today, but I need you. Okay. So I would tell them that. First thing they would do, they go to HR. They were, oh, Lamar just said this isn't in that. And then and it was a setup, right? They were being set up. Corporate wanted me to get them to run over to HR. Then HR can say, well, let's look at your attendance. Let's look at your call quality. And your sales have been down consecutively for 4 months. Yeah, we're going to let you go. They would come back crying, asking for another chance. Oh, please don't fire me. I got to pay medical bills and my kids' daycare. And you stupid bastard, if you'd have been on time, you would still have your slave job. Now, I was a slave too. I was absolutely a slave, but I would tell you this. When I was a slave, I wouldn't focus. I wouldn't work hard. I was doing enough. I wasn't even doing enough not to get fired. When I was a slave, I would take jobs that they had to have me. That way I could do whatever the hell I want, and they couldn't let me go. Like, if they let me go, it's because, like, I did something extremely bad, like, didn't show up for 5 days in a row and didn't call. Right? That's when they would call, Lamar, you coming in? Nah. Right? That's the type of stuff I would do. And I'm telling you this, guys, if you want to change, you're going to have to change here. I know you heard it said before, mindset this, mindset that. I'm telling you guys, if you want to change, you got to do it mentally. And just like these people who I would have fired or set up to get themselves, I didn't have them fired, they got themselves fired. I was just the guy corporate America used to give them enough rope to hang themselves. And literally, if they would have just got, on the phones, did what they needed to do, and had 2 good days in a row, I would not have fucked with them. I was the liaison. I could have stopped them from getting fired. I just don't think any of them were worth stepping up for, taking a bullet for. Okay. Why am I telling you all this? Why am I wasting all this time telling you about people and their mentality and how stupid they are? Right? Because I know you guys won't appreciate this. I'm telling you this because you don't need to take everybody with you on your trip to success. Some motherfuckers just ain't gonna make it. I'm going to the 15th floor. I'm dropping you off on the 3rd. It's not for everybody. Some people are meant to be greeters at Walmart based on the stage of life that they're in. That's all. Like, don't get mad if you're a Walmart worker. That's okay. And don't get mad if you're, you see somebody in Walmart spending, $15,000 like it's nothing, and you can't figure out how they did it. Now, this whole world of YouTube out here, but you can't figure it out. All these courses and people giving away all this priceless information, they're vying for your attention, and you put it elsewhere. You put it in the Kardashians, you put it on YouTube Shorts, you put on the, other stuff that has nothing to do with life. Gossip columns. Like, there's time for that stuff if you want to, I don't really particularly engage in it, but do you? But I can guarantee you this. Anybody who's not where they're at, not where they want to be at financially, it's all because of themselves. Has nothing to do with anybody else. Okay, folks? So before you get mad at everybody else and how they do their training course or, why you're failing, take a look in the friggin' mirror. You know how weak you are and change it. Just fucking change it. Say no more of me being weak, and I'm going to change this. That's it. That being said, guys, please, if you want help, making financial stability paramount in your life, because everybody can say it, not a lot of people do it. I'm here to help. See the number down below? Oh, wait, over here. See that number down below? Right there. Yeah. Call it or text it. Free skip tracing for our members. We can provide leads if you don't have them. And most importantly, we will give you a dialer for free. Show me anybody who's going to give you a dialer for free. Folks, I wish you the best. I wish you success. But I know how weak your mind is. And you have to start there. It starts in the mind. And then as you plant that seed in your mind, it can grow, it can flourish, and it will change the rest of you. But until you start here, there's no hope. If you need a little bit of motivation, please join the group. You see all the stuff up here, right? All these, follow me on those, do whatever you got to do. I appreciate your time for this rant. But it's really to help you guys because I see too many people quit on themselves and they didn't even start work. They're so used to having a job and being a slave and told what to do, they can't think for themselves. They wouldn't know the first step to financial freedom if you gave them a blank check and said, here, just go cash it. They still wouldn't know what to do. All right, folks, it's a pleasure. You know what? I want to put one thing in here in the comments for you because I totally forgot. All right. If you guys could, it would be a huge favor. Huge favor. Subscribe on YouTube. Please, with this link. Boom, everywhere. Okay. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I'll put the Facebook and all that stuff in there for anybody who cares. We got Twitter too. Wow. Okay. So here's the Instagram. Facebook group. Try to make it clickable. I think that's it, guys. I'll give you the Instagram also. The Tweeter. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate you, all those that participated. And if you need any help or have any questions or concerns, let us know. Take care.